coming up on the Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Young Elon standouts have run their way into the record book, and we take you onto the court to go inside Phoenix volleyball practice.
Plus, we'll talk with Cecil Worsley. 30 years of giving to Elon Athletics, first as a golfer and now as a philanthropist.
All that and more next on the Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Elon Phoenix Weekly. I'm Kacey Stark.
And I'm Derek Skelling. Thanks for joining us on your ESPN2 local sports break. 2 weekends ago, Elon welcomed home all the former fighting Christians and members of the Phoenix for homecoming.
Many sports had special events to reconnect with the athletes that played on the same fields and courts before them. Elon's softball team held its second annual Alumni Breakfast Blast.
Homecoming brings alumni back to their alma mater. This homecoming, the Elon softball team hosted their second annual Alumni Breakfast Blast as a way to celebrate their alumni's returns. The morning featured a continental breakfast, home run derby, and a slow-pitch softball game. 14 alumni from the graduating classes of 1998 to 2012 came together to participate, while current players looked on in support of their softball family.
The current players right now know how important today is for our alumni, so they look forward to it every year. They know we're going to be doing this now, and so they get excited, and they've been out here this morning setting up because we want to make it a good day for all the alumni.
It's a big deal for the alumni to come back and participate. We like them to come back to our games, and this is an event that we can support them.
It's great. It's great to see old faces, old friends, reconnect, and it's just always special to walk on Elon's campus. It's just a beautiful place and have a lot of great memories here.
The softball team knows how important it is to recognize their past players and show appreciation for all they did to help grow the program.
Also in 2005, Megan Borgers. Then we have Whitney Meeks, graduated in 2006.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be where we are right now and getting ready to move into this brand new softball complex.
It just shows that they care where we've been and that, we were a stepping stone to the program that they are now.
It's a family, and you get to come back and get to see everyone and, get to know girls from the past and just relate to them on a softball kind of level.
We get to meet our Elon softball family, and we also, just get to talk about the game that we love.
It's a good chance to meet the team, mingle, get to know them a little bit better, and we always try to come out and support them in their season in the spring also.
And that support includes not only cheering from the stands, but also sharing some of what they learned during their time at Elon.
The passing knowledge to the players that are here now is so important. Just the things that you've been through, the things that you've seen, and trying to get them to do better than you did, because that's the ultimate goal, is for them to do better than we did.
The advice goes beyond just softball. So what is the most important thing that current players can learn from their predecessors?
But it doesn't last forever. And that 4 years goes by faster than you can even imagine, and that you need to enjoy every minute of it.
Tell them to have fun, enjoy every minute. It doesn't last forever, and just to do your best.
But the event was not about the current players. This was about the alumni and them showing off what they used to do on a day-to-day basis. Most believe they haven't lost their touch.
They have a lot of fun with it, but they're very competitive, and you'll see that they've never lost that part of themselves.
I'm gonna rock it.
Nothing. They're nothing.
I just graduated. I'm still good. These ones are out of shape.
The game ended with the Gray team defeating the Cardinal team 11-7, but this day was not about winning and losing. It was about bringing a family back together.
Be sure to come out this spring to support Elon Softball at Hunt Park, the brand new home for Phoenix softball.
This year has been an historic one for Elon's cross-country programs. Both teams have hit their stride like never before. Women's freshman runner Elise Beirut and men's sophomore runner Luis Vargas set new school records.
The men's and women's cross-country teams had a record-setting weekend 3 weeks ago. For the men, not only did sophomore Luis Vargas break the school record, but he broke his own record by a good 30 seconds.
It's definitely a bit unreal. I still couldn't believe it once I crossed that finish line. It was like, coming into the race, obviously my coach wanted me to set a new record, or new personal record for sure. But 2 weeks before that, I ran like a minute slower. And then coming into this one, I broke it and I ran a minute faster. It was just unreal, and I loved it.
Luis has incredible talent, but not only talent, but he works extremely hard on a daily basis to achieve the goals we have set for him for the season. So it was certainly nice for him to go out. Our goal was for him to PR and set a new school record this past weekend. We weren't maybe quite sure he'd break it by that much, so it was super exciting and definitely a great day for him and the men's program.
On the women's side, freshman Elise Barut set the second fastest 6K time in school history at the very prestigious NCAA Pre-Nationals, despite being only a freshman and running a 6K for only the second time.
It's very exciting. I know that I'm in the best place for myself as far as the team, and I have a really good coach, so it just feels really good to know that I'm already progressing in the program.
It was exceptional to see Elise step up. She ran almost a minute faster than she did 2 weeks ago for the 6K. So that was a huge performance for her, and it was really nice to see her step up and stay composed in such a high-profile field. So we were really happy with her performance.
For both Luis and Elise, their goals for the rest of the season are to just keep improving on what they have already built, both individually and with their team.
This year I want to get from second all-conference to first all-conference, and I want to get our team to hopefully place like first in SoCon. I think that's any team's goal, and I want to be there for my team, be a good leader, and just do the best I can. I want to obviously run faster, but definitely getting that first place all team is my goal overall.
As far as my goals go, I am just really excited to run a 5K at conference because it's been a couple races since I've gotten to do a 5K, so I'm excited to see where I am as far as where I can place and what my time will be. As a team, we're really just excited to see how we can all perform and work together, and we want to finish as high as possible.
The women's team has had a very successful season so far, setting school records and coming into the year with a preseason ranking. And now they hope to continue that success as the season progresses toward the Southern Conference Championships.
It's definitely been a great season so far. We've performed well both for 5Ks and 6Ks. We've had some really great team chemistry and a great job of the girls working together in races. Obviously now we head into conference and regionals, and a lot at stake. Obviously, it's a really exciting time. I think the girls are feeling really confident and really excited. Our conference championship will be quite a battle. There's a lot of teams that are performing really well right now, and we're just motivated to go out and do the very best that we can, and hopefully that'll come out with something that we're proud of and our fans are proud of.
Both teams had strong performances at the Southern Conference Championships. The women finished second and had 3 runners named the All-SoCon second team, and Luis Vargas finished 6th and earned a spot on the first team All-Southern Conference.
And that brings us to today's trivia. With basketball season starting this week, can you name the all-time points leader in Elon's men's basketball history? The answer to that coming up later.
We've got to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we go inside an Elon volleyball practice.
And later, we'll look at the Worsley match as it tries to help raise funds for Elon Athletics.
As we go to break, take a look at some of this week's games and events.
We'll be right back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2.
An Elon education is about preparing students for a life of global citizenship. Of course, this is a place where you're going to come and earn a degree, but it's also a place that's going to get you to think very deeply about how you're going to use that degree to make the world a better place.
What is living the maroon life? It's more than just the hustle and the sweat. It's more than just the pain and the frustration. It's more than just the triumph and the glory. The maroon life is you. Yes, you. You, the athlete, striving to be at your best day in and day out. You, the alumni who have been in the stands supporting Elon for years. You, the fans who stream into games hours before kickoff. And you, the little ones who will be the next generation of Phoenix fans. You are what drives Elon Athletics, and you are the reason we do what we do. There is so much history and tradition behind our maroon. Conference titles, All-American, and national championships. But there is so much history and tradition yet to be made. So join us. Live the maroon life.
There are currently over 350 Elon student athletes competing in 16 NCAA Division I sports.
Scholarships enable us to succeed not only on the field,
but also in the classroom.
It helps us in achieving our commitment.
To live the maroon life.
Your gifts have the power to take Phoenix Athletics to even greater heights while giving student athletes an outstanding education. And now back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2.
The Elon Phoenix Weekly is made possible by the students of the School of Communications in association with the dedicated coaches, athletes, and staff of Elon Athletics.
We wanted to get an inside look at Phoenix volleyball as they wrap up their Southern Conference slate. So we mic'd up assistant coach Tina Redling. Check it out.
You're going to be in base position to start out first. So Carly, you'll be here. Yeah, base position first. The big focus on this is going to be especially balls right here. So right now we're going to have you be the setter, and you're going to come off and play balls that are here. And then also a focus of balls that are up a little shallower and balls in between you guys. What we're going to do is the person who's swinging, when you pull your arm back to hit the ball, you're going to say stop really loud, and whoever's back here in coverage, you must be stopped. All right, when they say that. Here we go. Good, Cal. Good, good. That's better. And stop without our arms down here. We want our arms up. Quicker. Get there quicker, Maggie, so you can get stopped. Good. And Maggie working hard to come this direction for the cover. Okay? Here for the one, and then go up to move and cover out. 1 more minute, Jen. That was perfect, though. It gave them a good, and you saw what we were working on. And especially if the middles get back there, have the middles work on it. One thing that we want to focus on right now is our right back, is the tips that come over the block. So we're still going to be doing some digging, but also tips that come over the block, too. That's a tough one. A pelvic thrust for the defensive move. Here we go. Good job. All right, we'll tell Jen to add those into our emergency maneuvers next time. Good early call. Nice shot. Good, good, good. Good, Deech. Cover, cover. Good job, better Chanel, a little bit deeper coverage. Sideways, sideways. Yeah, stay sideways and just switch sides by me. Yes, look out, nice ball. Good job. Way to get up there, DS. This way to block that ball. There we go. Yeah. You can serve from both sides of the court. Maggie is going against Chris, Deech against Rose. You got 2 more shots. Shag up. Shag up. We have any balls to shag up and bring it in, guys. Calling tip, tip, and 9, 9, 9 very quickly, so that way we know you're coming in to get it, and then trusting one another. It's very, very important.
Elon plays its final games of the season at UNCG and the Citadel this weekend.
This season, the women's golf program has had tremendous success. With a good mixture of senior leadership and underclassmen talent, they have found themselves near the top of every tournament they have played in. One reason for that success is freshman Suna Vidistotir. When you think of Iceland, women's golf may not be what first comes to mind, but that's exactly what brought Suna Vidistotir to Elon University. We spoke with Suna about her experience and with women's golf coach Chris Dockrell about the outlook for this season.
My name is Suna Vidistotir and I'm from Reykjavik, which is the capital of Iceland. I found out about Elon just over the internet while I was Googling some schools and their golf programs.
Suna was probably a unique situation. We crewed all over the world, and it was a situation where I had a video on her and actually watched a YouTube video of her balancing swinging a golf club on a ball, balancing on a ball, and I thought it was pretty unique. These days, with technology, we get to see everybody be able to play and practice and evaluate swings. We quite commonly, look at kids all over the world, and Iceland's no different.
And I visited some other schools, but I just really loved it here, so I decided to come here. It's just such a beautiful campus, and the school is really strong and has a good program, and the facility here is also great. I thought that was a big, an impact factor to have facility on campus.
Suna described how her experience playing golf in Iceland was different than here in the United States.
I actually like it better to play here than back home, because if you play well here, you can see it on your score. While back home, we get such a bad weather sometimes that it gets really hard to get good scores.
Suna and Coach Dockrell shared with us some of the challenges that international students face.
It has actually been easier than I thought, but of course, language barrier and stuff like that can be hard, especially in a classroom.
It's not like they can jump on a plane and go or drive a couple hours and be home, and so that they depend on their coaches heavily, and hopefully I'm always there, and other coaches like Bill Morningstar and administration are always there to give them support for the foreign players.
Suna described what she thinks is important to prepare for a tournament.
Before a tournament, you just get a good sleep. That's probably the most important factor, because especially on the days we play 36, we are on the course for 10 to 11 hours, so you have to be well rested.
Suna shared a few highlights of her experience on the women's golf team.
I got a hole-in-one on the first day of qualifying, so that was pretty good. I love my team. We are such a good friends, and it's just great. And we spend a lot of time together, outside of golf, so that's really fun.
Coach Dockrell and Suna highlighted some of their goals for this season.
Our goal is to win the conference, and we try to win every tournament we play in. I mean, that's always our goal every time we hit the road, is to win. As far as individual play, of course, I want all our players to play well, but I don't really designate anybody, any better than anyone else. You have 5 players, and the first player and the 5th player are just as important. So, my goal obviously with Suna is for her to get better, learn a lot in her first year, get acclimated to college life, and you'll see her scores really improve over the next few years.
My goals for golf this year is just to play like every tournament as well as I can, and I'm going to try to get an average below 75, which I think is, I can do that. In the spring semester we play a conference. The team hasn't won it for a lot of years, but I think our team is strong enough and we really want to win that.
The team has wrapped up play for this fall, but be sure to follow them on the course this spring.
And that brings us to today's history.
On this day in Elon sports history, we go back to 1941, where Elon became the undisputed champions of the North State Conference with a perfect mark of 6-0. Christians overall had posted an 8-1 record, with their only defeat coming in Orange Bowl Stadium on a 39-0 loss to future football powerhouse Miami Hurricanes. Despite this loss, Elon's potent offense tallied 215 points, with 2,871 rushing yards and 10 throwing touchdowns over the season. Unfortunately, the 1941 season marked the end of intercollegiate football at Elon until after World War II. The North State Conference Football Championship would be the last gridiron title gained by the Fighting Christians until the early 60s. And that's today's look into Elon sports history.
We've got to take another break, but coming up, Caesar Worsley explains his motivation for taking part in the Worsley match.
As we go to break, check out more Elon sporting events coming up this week.
You're watching the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2. There are currently over 350 Elon student athletes competing in 16 NCAA Division I sports.
Scholarships enable us to succeed not only on the field,
but also in the classroom.
It helps us in achieving our commitment.
To live the maroon life.
Your gifts have the power to take Phoenix athletics to even greater heights while giving student athletes an outstanding education.
An Elon education is about preparing students for a life of global citizenship. Of course, this is a place where you're going to come and earn a degree, but it's also a place that's going to get you to think very deeply about how you're going to use that degree to make the world a better place.
Through their daily pursuit of excellence, Elon student athletes have gained recognition for their achievements both on and off the field.
Building a winning tradition takes hard work and dedication.
Dedication to the maroon life.
Where success is not only measured by just wins and trophies,
but also by the knowledge we gain.
At Elon, we're more than just athletes.
We're student athletes.
Providing support enables success, helps sustain the winning tradition of Elon athletics, while securing the future of our student athletes for years to come. You're watching the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2.
Welcome back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on your ESPN2 local sports break.
Earlier in the show, we asked, Who is Elon's all-time leading scorer in men's basketball history? The answer, Jesse Branson, who scored 2,241 points while with Elon. Branson went on to play for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Last year, Cecil Worsley and his wife Joanna teamed up with the Phoenix Club to help increase student-athlete giving. For every gift over $50 made by a former Elon athlete, the Worsleys would match it 2-to-1. Last year, they raised over $105,000 for athletics, and it was back this October.
Elon is always looking for ways to improve its athletics. The school already receives many donations from alumni, but is trying to increase its annual giving from former student athletes.
So Advancement actually had a program called the Ignite Challenge that ran for the previous 3 years. That was where one of the Board of Trustees members, Carrie Anderson, put up a challenge to young alums and said that in the month of March she would match all gifts given by young alums 5-to-1. We couldn't actually handle 5-to-1, but we wanted to do a program similar aimed at increasing the giving rates for former student athletes to our athletic department, specifically to the Phoenix Club and the sports that they played. So we approached alum and former golfer Cecil Worsley.
We were trying to find ways to build up the student athletes and funding and things like that. So John and I batted around a couple ideas, and basically he came back with, hey, let's do a Worsley match where you match whatever comes in each fall for I think 3 years we're doing it. And I said, sure, that sounds great, let's go for it.
The first year of the Worsley match proved to be successful, as former student athlete giving had increased by 6% and the school received plenty of donations.
And we had a lot of success last year with it. Cecil made a gift of a pledge of $50,000 and matched all gifts last October 2-to-1, and we were able to raise just over $105,000 in the month of October towards student athlete scholarships in the 16 different varsity sports at the time.
Regardless of the success of the first year of the Worsley match, this year they hope to continue to see an even greater increase in donations from former student athletes.
I would hope that we could definitely grow it by 10 or 15%. I would definitely, and I think like John Keegan says, he says a lot of times it comes right in at the last minute. So it'll be interesting to see through the end of this month, and we'll see. And I'm excited about carrying on with this.
The donations from former student athletes, and particularly Cecil Worsley, have not gone unnoticed or unappreciated.
It was a way for him to use his philanthropy to get former student athletes across the spectrum of all the sports back involved into what we're trying to do in athletics, and it's really helped. And he's been, nothing but great to work with. They've been so supportive over the years. We couldn't be more appreciative.
It's just incredible what's going on here, from just the quality of education and the infrastructure that's happened is just incredible. And I think the older you get, the more sentimental your school comes to you. And so Elon means a whole lot to me and my wife. My wife went here as well, so and our son is here as well. So Elon is very dear to my heart, and I just love this place.
The Worsley match may be over, but you can still help out the Phoenix by becoming a part of the Phoenix Club.
Well, that's our show for today. If you missed anything or you want to watch it again, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Also, be sure to visit elonphoenix.com, your #1 source for all the maroon and gold buzz.
On behalf of our producers and crew here at the show, we hope you continue to have a spectacular weekend.
For the Elon Phoenix Weekly, I'm Kacey Stark.
And I'm Derek Skelly. Thanks for watching.